All right, testing, testing. What's up, y'all? Just gonna be watching some YouTube videos, find something interesting, and see if I can work some fun problems out. Thanks for joining. All right, let's get it.
I want you to pretend for a moment that you can do anything.
All right.
I want you to pretend that you have this superpower
Okay.
where you can accomplish any goal given enough time and effort, and you will not fail. So given this superpower that I've just bestowed upon you, where you can accomplish any goal without failing, what would your ultimate goal be? And this can be anything, okay? So put another way, if you could dream any dream, and you knew that through a series of steps and hard work, you could accomplish this, and you would not fail. Success was guaranteed, but you got to put in the work, okay? So anything you want in this world, right? Any life you want, anything. It can be something as simple as getting a degree, or it can be huge, right? Anything, any type of lifestyle. You could live anywhere, have this much money, live in this type, anything you want in the world, right? And you knew success was guaranteed. You knew you would not fail. All you have to do is put in the work, and you won't fail. It will work. You'll get there eventually. It won't fail. So if you had that superpower, what would your dream be, right? That's a big dream when you come to that realization. Wake up, and then you realize.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna work something out real quick. All right. I don't know if y'all heard what the math wizard just said. If you could dream up anything, what would you do? I don't think this should probably be public, but what would I do? Superpower dream. What would I do? This is spitballing. Something I've been thinking about. Not that it's gonna happen, but you never know. What would I do? I do a lot of stuff with batteries. Okay, no batteries. All my life has been training, science and engineering. I do stuff with batteries. What would I do if I was given superpowers? Okay. One thing that I've been finding a lot of interest in lately, outer space, Mars. Only because I could think of it, right? It's hard to think of anything beyond our solar system right now for me. So it's funny, I'm a physics guy. Every time people are like, "Oh, physics? You think space? You know, space, the stars, and the galaxies?" Yeah, my physics was all in like the small electrons, you know, protons, neutrons, more at the chemistry scale. So it's not like I'm thinking of quarks and all that stuff, but outer space. When I do think of it, I always find it fascinating. I don't really look up in the stars as much as I used to. I miss doing that. But what if we could connect batteries to space? What could we do? So let's think about this. So Mars. Okay, well we're gonna go in. We're gonna go all in. All right. What could I use? Oh, you know what? I have uh I have Twitter Grok. Okay. What is Mars made of on the surface? So I know the red surface has a lot to do with basically the iron, right? So let's look. Is there any way I could boost this up so people can see? Control plus, Alt plus. How do I zoom in so I can have bigger letters? Let me look at it. Um, increase size of text on computer screen. Yeah, Control key plus, right? screen. Twitter. Font size preferences. Okay. Go to settings, navigate display. Where's the Twitter settings? I'm such a noob. Okay, more. Settings. What are they? Sorry, I'm not even checking the chat. There we go. Okay. Display. Is there a display? Accessibility. Where's the old people eyes? On desktop. Okay. Go to your profile settings, navigate accessibility. Oh, it says use plus plus. Let's see. Does that work? Control plus plus. Oh, oh! We made it big. Grok. Okay. There we go. Y'all can see now, right? Saying what's up. Okay. I was just checking this stuff. Sorry, I'm just going back and forth making sure y'all could see because um, it's not always going to be clear that y'all could see. Okay. Let's see. The surface of Mars is primarily okay. Going back, the surface of Mars is primarily composed of basalt. This is a common igneous rock form. Fooling over this. Okay. Ooh, so magnesium and iron. Cool. So there's some magnesium and iron, similar to the rocks found in ocean floors. Okay. Regoliths. What is this? Okay, dust, broken rock, and other materials. Martian regolith is rich in iron and magnesium. So iron, magnesium's big component. Okay, and it says reddish color due to the iron oxide, so rust. There's a lot of rust. Let's start writing some of this down. We're dreaming big, all right? This isn't my thing. All right, hold up. That's something else. Where's our other thing? Okay. Okay. Remember, we're dreaming big, all right? So we got Mars. Let's make batteries on Mars. Okay. So what do we got? My thing's all up in your guys' face. It's all good. Y'all survive. Okay. What are we doing? We're trying to build stuff. What is on Mars that can help us build? So we got some magnesium. We got some iron. And it says iron oxide. So there's some oxygen. All right. Then there's Martian dust. We got silicon dioxide, iron oxide. What else we got? Okay. The surface contains various minerals like hematite, magnetite, olivine, pyroxene, and sulfates. These materials have been detected by rovers and orbiters for the geographical history. Okay, I'll probably look these up. You know what? We're going in. We're going in. What's hematite? Hematite. Okay, cool. All right, you know what? We're gonna take some of these images. We got a rock stash that we're gonna take to Mars. All right. Okay. This is what we got at Mars. Okay. What else we got? We got hematite. We got magnetite. Sounds like a Pokemon. Magnetite. Boom. Okay. What else we got? We got olivine. Ooh, that's beautiful. Imagine finding that on Mars. Okay. Then what else we got? We have. Oh, we had someone for a bit. We lost them. Okay. You know what? Let me change the name caption of this. Physics fun. Some people probably aren't gonna have fun with this. Okie doke. Building batteries on Mars series. Okay. Watch me build. Create a plan to build batteries on Mars. I'm doing research in real time. Battery packs on Mars. Minerals on Mars. Minerals. Manufacturing. What else are we gonna have to do? Excavating. Mining. What else? Chemical processes. Robots. Energy. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of things we're gonna have to keep in mind. Alrighty, what else? We're going to Mars. Building my dream adventure. Because a math wizard told me to. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, back to this. Let me see. Hold up. I gotta make sure we're. Okay. What are we doing? Okay, we caught the olivine. So what was this made out of? Magnesium rich olivines are abundant in those. What does this have? What's the actual structure? Ooh. Olivine can be used to warm CO2 from power stations to produce hot water for steam. It's a magnesium iron silicate mineral that is a key component to Earth's upper mantle. Okay, let me see. Refractory. Ooh, so look, we have some stuff. Refractory minerals. So this is gonna be a lot more information. That would be good. I should probably include links, but it's all right. Be all right. That'll be later. We just want to dream big right now. All right. We want to think fast, and dream big. All right. So what is this one? Pyroxene. Okay. These are some cool minerals. I don't really know too much about minerals. I studied some material science, but I don't know. Too much about minerals. Okay. And sulfates. This is just, yeah, that's what I thought. It's nothing too crazy special, but we're gonna capture this. Okay. So that was just all within here. What was it that we were reading? Minerals. Minerals might be detected. Okay. And some water. So we have some water in this space, right? H2O, baby. Okay. There are deposits of water, ice water at the poles. So you have this huge, pretty large planet. We got all these minerals. Let's paint it white. We got all these minerals. It's somewhere on the crust, right? And then we got this. We got some frozen poles. I've heard wild ideas that we could nuke them to get this water out and heat it up, build an atmosphere. I don't know how strong the atmosphere is, but that would be a good thing to do eventually. Water ice in some regions, particularly at the poles with deposits of water. Ice caps at the poles are mostly composed of water ice mixed with frozen carbon dioxide during the winter. Ooh, so there's gonna be some carbon dioxide here as well. This is gonna be important because that's where we're gonna get a lot of our oxygen and carbon from. Volcanic rock. Okay. Mars has a history of volcanic activity, with regions like Thracis and Elysium being dominated by that. These areas have surfaces covered with volcanic rock, including basalts. So let's look at basalts. I don't know what that is. Basalts. Basalts. Okay. Basalt is a volcanic form with lava rich in iron magnesium. So there's a lot of iron and magnesium. Cools quickly and near the surface of the moon or the sun. Okay. It's in Ignatius. How do you read that? How do you say that? How do you say that? Igneous rock made from rapid cooling of lava at Earth's surface. It says basalts composed of minerals, mostly that peroxide, quartz, hornblende, and biotite. I don't know what that is. Okay, we'll see this andesites. What is this? It's a volcanic rock composition. This is silica pore, calcite. I don't know. We could look the stuff up later though. Okay. Okay, the compositions can vary depending on the location, instance, old terrains. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, let's ask this, I guess. Let's just go hard. All right. Help me build a roadmap. Can y'all see? It's kind of low. Let me pick it up a little bit. Help me build a roadmap to building batteries on Mars with Mars materials. Let's see what Grok has for us. Okay. Let me move this a little bit over here out of the way so my face isn't in the way. That's fine. My face will be in the way. We'll keep it like that. Okay. Let me double check the audio. Let's see what Grok has for us. Okay, right here. Move this out of the way. Okay. It says here's a detailed roadmap for building batteries on Mars. Like I could probably should I come up with my own before I use AI? That's fine. We'll think of something. Okay, here's a detailed roadmap for building batteries on Mars using Martian materials. Phase 1 research and feasibility. Material identification and analysis. Objective: understand the composition of Martian regoliths, rocks, and atmosphere. Actions. Utilize existing data from Mars rover and orbiters to identify key elements like silicon, iron, magnesium. You know what? I'm going to map this out. This is actually one key big step of my whole thing. We're getting into the weeds. Okay? That's enough weeding right now. All right? So look, this is just a small part of my big plan in operation. All right? So we're gonna make batteries in Mars. This is like starting point, right? We need to make batteries on Mars. What's something else I like doing? I like education a lot. Okay, I like learning. I don't know how to draw a school. School. Okay. Then we're gonna throw in some textbooks here. Okay. I'm gonna throw some textbooks in here. All right. I don't know how to draw that well. This is a book. I don't know. I drew that really bad. Probably not as important. The important part is how am I gonna blend these two things? All right, this is something not a vision. All right, let me make more space. Okay, I can't do this alone. Elon Musk can't take us to Mars alone. Okay, so what do we need to do? I create an accelerated program, right? I just improve lightning, improve the way people learn. We're just gonna download this little helmet, some plugs into it, straight up into the computers. Okay, we're not building the matrix yet. Okay. It's a little child. He's asleep. Downloading knowledge into them. They're gonna be happy. Okay, I don't know how to draw a person. Legs crossed for optimal learning. Okay, so accelerated learning. We're gonna teach calculus by sixth grade. Basically, those who can learn fast, we're just gonna make it even faster for you to learn and make it more accessible. So we're gonna have to get the cost down for learning. Okay. Some people think, oh, automation is gonna be so bad. No, we're just gonna get more robots to help us do more things. So that means a lot of y'all are gonna have to get creative on what we can do with it. All right. Don't be afraid of this stuff. You have to just learn and grow with it. All right. A lot of people got put out of jobs once the calculator was invented. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure those people figured out other stuff. They became engineers and they just had to pick up more skills. That's what you're gonna have to do. Okay. Everyone's gonna have to keep learning. If you stop learning, yeah, then you're in trouble. Okay. Keep learning. That's important. So what's really gonna happen? Accelerate learning. Have a whole army of engineers. Okay. You know what? I don't have to draw everything. We can just get pictures. Army picture. You know what? We're gonna keep using Grok. Why? Because I can. Draw me an army of engineers to build Mars. That's what we need. We need an army. Which one are we gonna go with, team? Boom. They're gonna be stormtroopers of the engineers. I'll make my own Star Wars. It's gonna be for copy image. Army of engineers. All right. So the thing is, I don't even know if we're gonna end up sending people, y'all. We just gonna send robots to build us all this? No, we have to just to make it harder. All right. So we're just gonna have to really accelerate learning, make it super just easier. All right, that's the thing. We have to make it easier. So this is probably where more realistically I'll be able to do this a lot more. Okay. Army of engineers. That's the thing. Take my program. You're gonna need to serve 2 years in Mars. Okay, what else? I have an army of engineers. What are we gonna have to do? We're gonna have to build a lot of resources. So we got SpaceX. Let me see. Grok, what else can you do? Okay. What else can you do? SpaceX rockets, fleets. So I'm just gonna show how everything else is gonna have to integrate. So we're gonna have some people working with us. Okay. Draw me a fleet of engineers. Should have said a fleet of rockets. Whatever. We'll see what this does. It's the same thing. Okay. Draw me robots that will mine Mars. So we're gonna have to then build a lot of robots as well, and that's gonna have to happen in Mars. Is this gonna look scary? Which one? Which one do I do? You do a little Wally one that looks kind of friendly. That looks more realistic of what we might have, right? Yeah. Alrighty. We'll do this. So we're gonna need some robots that are gonna help us, just realistically. Okay. So, what do you think we're gonna have to do? What's first when building all this stuff, yo? Is this something that we're just gonna say build alongside, like while they're doing it, or we build all this to basically help? How are we gonna do this? This is tough because yeah, we're gonna need to mine, but we're gonna need to mine to build batteries, right? But batteries are needed for this too. So we're gonna need to create something that can near like self-replicate, make some robots that can make themselves, right? Okay, let's just keep thinking about this. Okay, how do we do this? Robot that can mine and make itself. Draw me sample. Draw me idea. Yo, this looks like some wild robots. That's what I'm talking about, though. You know what I'm saying? Look at that chonker. What is this? I don't even know what that one's gonna do. Is that? I like this little rover type stepper. All right. The prettiest one? I don't know. We're just gonna have a lot of robots. Okay. Dang, man. I'm mostly in this space and I'm mostly in this space, right? Making batteries. Okay. So what's necessary? You're gonna need to make materials, just raw materials. So a lot of it's just gonna be refinements. Draw me refinement, a mineral refinement plant, right? Ma- Material plant on Mars. Yeah, we're gonna have to start thinking first. Think small and then big. You have to think on all the different scales because the thing is, it's not like you can't just say I'm gonna go somewhere and build a factory. Like you need people, you need workers, right? How are you gonna support those workers? You're gonna need to have infrastructure around so they could eat, so they could do different stuff. You know what I mean? And so, like, what are you gonna do if it's far in a remote area? Well, you need to have basically a place to live. So you need all the other things available to them to sustain and survive. You know? Would this thing be built tall before it's built wide? I don't know. Okay, so we know our army of engineers. This is closer to the chain, right? There's gonna be a lot of other infrastructure and stuff that I could work along. All right, we're gonna definitely need to build some type of like material refinement, and it's gonna have to just a lot of it just be autonomous, really. So I think we're gonna have to just have a seed, right? Some type of like self-replicating autonomous seed where we could create robots and they'll replicate to try to build for us. And I don't know how they're gonna look like. They might look something like this, where it's just like, hey, go gather some resources, take it to the refinement, you know. So okay, so build an army of engineers. We just basically have to make a living hub, just a central hub, I think. Build a place. So let's go. Hub to build a hub. What is this? Build a small living space for some engineers on Mars. Things to be mostly on the inside, huh? Yeah, a lot of it might be underground living. Yeah, this would be nice. Very, very nice. Draw me bio domes on Mars. Honestly, like biology is just gonna be a big thing, dude. Life has it figured out. Seriously, life really has it figured out. You know what I mean? Want to build your little weed farms, whatever you want to do, biodomes. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know how these would look like, so let's just try to draw something like this for now. Since we got a place to go. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Okay, so what do we got so far? I gotta flesh this out a little bit more. Learning Academy. Then we got our Army of Engineers. Ooh, gotta- Then we're gonna build like living domes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So how are we gonna want to do this? Are we gonna bring some robots over there? I think we have to, right? Like, there's for sure gonna be some things we're gonna have to carry with us, right? We could have physical manual labor at first, and then have something where we build the robots. Do you think that's the way to do it? You know what I mean? Because people are just so. The thing is, robots, especially when they're gonna be autonomous, they're gonna be so specifically driven. And the thing with humans, if you think of them as like a unit of a worker, they're so flexible and adaptable, right? As far as we know right now, we're the ultimate like artificial intelligence because we can learn, right? You could teach somebody to mine. You could teach someone to hey just handle chemical processes. Like a robot, like we don't really have general robots yet. I mean, but maybe by that time we will. I mean, there's been a lot of videos out there, so like, that's they'd be very underrated if we didn't use that, right? So maybe we could start there. Just draw me um, humanoid robots to help us do work alongside humans on Mars. I think that's what's gonna happen. I mean, yeah, and we're just gonna have to like co live with them, and then they're just gonna have to recharge using solar cells. That's gonna be a big thing. Are we just gonna want to bring a bunch of solar cells too? I don't know how much these things are gonna weigh though. Pretty good image. It's a good one too. Okay, let's just get one of these. We're gonna bring some alongside of us, I guess. I think that's just the way to go. They're gonna work alongside us. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring some alongside of us, and then I think the next thing, if we could just continue to make artificial forms and robots, then great. Like if we could give them some type of replicability, awesome. I feel like that's gonna be very difficult, you know. And so, but what might not be as difficult is to create specialized robots, right? So then basically as humans and the robots establish themselves, because there's gonna be a huge period of disestablishment, we're gonna then have to make specialized robots. So they're gonna be basically be building, refining, making a factory. That's probably gonna be it at first. So people and the robots are gonna be basically making a plant to be able to make more stuff to build. That's kind of hard to see. Okay, what else? What else are we missing? For sure, there's like a million and one steps in here. We're gonna need to be stealthy about it, right? Let me just change. I'm just changing the name right now of it. Building batteries on Mars. Building the roadmap to Mars series. Cool. Okay. So what else could we do? What are you thinking, chat? Suggestions. Okay. So let's think. We have living domes on Mars. We have our army of engineers that we trained. So look, the army of engineers are actually going to prep stuff a lot ahead of time. You know what I mean? This army isn't just going to be for the battery stuff. It's going to be for a lot of different things. Maybe the school actually just first starts as, making engineering just super super cheap. You know what I mean? And so how's that going to work? Um, how's it going to work? We could either make some specialized engineers, like so. What? Look, if we make this army of engineers, right? What's going to have to happen? We're gonna have to take different routes, man. Some of y'all are gonna have to build some of these robots. So we're gonna need to develop AI. We're gonna need to develop manufacturing. So let's just think of the things that need further development. Okay. Rockness. Draw me representation of AI and robotics. Let's see what it gives us. Because that's where it's gonna start. We just need a bunch of engineers. This is the video this is the image it gave me for. I need a better one. So that'll be for robotics. Draw me a picture of computers and AI and calculations that a computer science engineer would appreciate. See, think it's gonna give me what I want though? I think it's just gonna keep doing the Mars theme for now. Of course, this is a Mars theme. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Draw me a chemical laboratory with chemicals in flasks and pipettes and um, tubes going everywhere with interesting green colored chemicals. In okay, let's see what it gives me. I hope it just gives me like a classic textbook. You know what I mean? I keep saying draw me, so I don't know if it's trying to like draw me. Yeah. Okay. Which one? This one looks pretty cool. The space one looks pretty cool too. They're cheering on. They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Or I don't know what they were doing. Pipettes. Dang, this one goes hard too. Look at that. Okay. We're gonna need chemical engineers. We're gonna need some robotic engineers. All right. We're gonna need everything. Draw me a bot botanist with a bunch of plants working in a lab. Oh, that's gonna be pretty cool. We need engineers. Dude. We need people who love plants and love to like try to grow things. Might be fungus, whatever. You know, but cause we're gonna need to grow some stuff out there. Okay. So let's think about this. How do you grow a planet? How do you do this stuff, right? I really like the variety of this one. I like that this one includes the panels in the back. It's like I got the little baggie, dude. About to roll one up. I don't know. Average view duration. So let's think. What could we do? Hmm. Or we can't get bogged down by the weeds, so let's just choose one and run with it. Okay. Because we're gonna need to have a few things that we're sending, right? We're basically different training programs. We're gonna have this one down here. We have our so look, we have accelerated learning, tech. We might have different pathways. Either way, it's good to have people cross do some stuff, but we need people to specialize too. It's necessary. We'll definitely have some interlinked engineering pathways. We're gonna need some doctors, medicines, whatever we could have, because there's gonna be a lot of things that are needed. Okay, but along this chain, at some point we could then just focus in on what's gonna be needed. Since I want to do something with education, army of engineers, right? We're gonna need our robots that are gonna help us do the labor. These these guys, robots, and this are gonna help us construct the living domes on Mars. Okay, and because we have the general labor, they're gonna help us mine. So we're gonna need some mining. General mining image. And mining might look different. It might just literally be like we just pop up a plant. Like I don't know if you remember from Dragon Ball Z Bulma. Plant in a bottle. I don't know what it's called. Not plant. You know what I mean. You should just press a little thing and boop, boom, mining. So we're gonna have robots do this. All right. No biggie, dude. No biggie. So we're gonna have this labor from the robots and the people to construct stuff. Okay. And so we're gonna, I don't know if you guys remember what were the materials that we had. We have silicon in here, right? Eventually, we could probably make some like a clean room. I see, and that's the thing. I don't know how difficult it is to make that. I mean, we struggle to even do that here on Earth, right? So we're gonna have to have a clean room to be able to do this stuff. But look, this is a big thing that I see: iron. There's plenty of things we could just make with for iron. Okay, and magnesium too. So we could probably make primary cells or even like secondary cells out of like iron. And so like there's a company called Form Energy. Let's look at them, peep them real quick. Okay, what do they do? Energy storage for a better world. So like they make batteries, but not just any batteries. What do? They make iron oxide batteries. Okay, dang, I lost my thing right here. Their technology. See, iron air batteries, dude. Iron air. That's what we're gonna need. Okay. So we just want to think, I guess, higher level in terms. So like iron air batteries. Boom. Because we have the iron and we literally have the oxygen for the air. I'm curious if that's like their main aim too. You know what I mean? Look, it says a subject to form energy were subjected to simulations of fault abuse conditions known to trigger thermal runaway. So these are safe. There's no thermal runaway, no dendrite formation, no fire. It's just whether it's reliable and like longer lasting. That's just the thing, you know. If I believe these are going to be aqueous based, which means they're water based. We're going to have water. Because if they're going to require some crazy type thing, I don't know how feasible it is. You know what I mean? If it's going to have some like organic liquids that we're going to have to synthesize and do all this crazy stuff, it could probably. Yeah, yeah. Look, okay. Oh dang, could I change this to like dark mode? Okay, let me bigger so y'all can see. Okay, fire form energy's iron air system is built from safe, low cost, abundant materials, iron, water, and air, and operates to the principle of reverse rusting. Okay, so you see, there's no heavy or rare earth metals. So this is simple. I think we need simple on Mars. The simpler the better. And that's why like I think in the end the big winner is gonna be life forms because those are relatively simple. They're complex, but like they're robust enough that they hold on their own. So if it could somehow sustain on Mars's ecosystem, then it'll be fine. That's why I was thinking like fungi and different things to I don't know, produce some type of ecosystem that is self sustaining. I think like life is it's complex, but it's simple and self-sustaining at the same time. So let's think. With okay, so it provides a sustainable solution to meet growing demands for the grid and resilience. Okay, yeah. So say it serve inter-day periods, delivering low-cost clean energy. That's kind of what we're gonna need. We're gonna need something we can build on Mars, and that's what I'm thinking. So it'd be cool to really understand their battery technology a little better. It'd be really getting into the weeds of this. Yeah, because I mean, everything's gonna always tout their stuff as being cool, great, and amazing. I don't know. I don't know what they've done. You know, reverse rusting. Yeah, this is what I had in mind. This would be dope. So, the hell did it? What was this? So that's their battery, right? Okay. Apart from all this stuff, I think the important thing that we want to do is just highlight like what is that we're gonna want to do. I think we're gonna try to tackle something like this, like an iron air battery. So you know what? A lot of this stuff, honestly, I don't have to worry about. Right? This is gonna be like Elon Musk is already gonna handle this, right? And SpaceX X engineers, but they're probably gonna need someone to focus on batteries, right? Someone to say, look, we need someone to investigate what are the specific things, how are we gonna make them? If we could just hone in on that, then we will be the guy, right? We'll be that person. I think that'd be pretty cool. And is it aqueous? It says reversible. I'm assuming it's probably aqueous because it's they're saying it's non-flammable. You're water based, water based. So yes. So it says includes iron and air electrodes. See, I don't know if it's gonna need regular like atmospheric air, oxygen. Um, let's ask Grok. What's the atmosphere made out of? What's Mars's atmosphere made of? Does it even have an atmosphere? It's very thin. It's about the 1% of the pressure. Oh, that's tough. That's like nothing. Mostly carbon dioxide. Then a high concentration of CO2 leads to greenhouse effects, which is not strong enough to warm Mars due to the thin atmosphere. Yeah, there's just not enough carbon dioxide. So if we could bust out the plants, what's gonna happen? They're gonna take that up and freaking make something out of it. That's gonna be good. Trace elements of methane. That's not. That's interesting. Look, look. It says methane has been detected, small amounts, possibly due to geological processes or biological activity. There's other amounts of constituents. Yeah, it's probably this. Probably more of this. There probably was life at some point of it. We just haven't found evidence of it. Not to say there isn't, but we just don't know. Then over large time, escape into space. See, like, and that's the problem. Like it escapes into space. If we say we nuke the caps, are they gonna remain? You know, you think that the caps are gonna remain? Caps going to remain. Is the atmosphere going to remain? Is the atmosphere to remain if we bomb it? Comment in the chat. Okay, thin atmosphere, human exploration and habitation, including the need for sealed habitats to maintain pressure. Yeah, like hydrogen, oxygen generation or fuel generation. So this is good too, because if we could somehow, store some energy or use carbon dioxide, that'd be great. And that's why plants are just going to be big. It's plants are going to be needed to just make oxygen, but also plants are going to be a source of energy. If sunlight is hitting them, they're consuming this carbon dioxide, producing oxygen. Now we have a recipe for combustion. That's energy. That's stored energy. Right? It could be used to heat. It could be used to run other processes. So do not sleep on plants. Plants are huge. Okay. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Yo, I don't know what that is. This is some Star Wars stuff, y'all. Okay. Alrighty, what else are we gonna need? Let's see. Is there anything else that I might be missing from this page? Water-based, non-flammable, like the electrolyte used in double A's. Oh, okay. So yeah, so it's giving us more context here. So these battery models are grouped together. I had read this stuff before at some point. I just don't remember. I've looked at a lot of battery things over the years. Okay. It says the key advantages of our technology. Okay, super cheap. Yeah, yada yada yada. Okay, cool. Form factory one. How much do they produce now? See, look. Here's the thing. Like, you have a massive factory, right? And just look at the amount of cars in there. Amount of people you're gonna have to sustain. If you have to make it airtight, are you gonna be able to pump out this many batteries? No. And not that we need it right away, right? Not that we need it, but I think that's our game. We're gonna need to go. We're gonna need to break into that market, right? The battery making market. Let's see what else. Yeah, so this is probably the game right now. Just build. I mean, I think maybe I'll elaborate more on this, right? So I tutor right now. I tutor a lot of people, and some of the things I find myself teaching over and over and over again. Like, what are the troubling parts for students? So if I figure that out, right, we could create just a smoother transition. Because look, momentum's huge. If you don't get stuck for too long in any one thing, you keep learning and growing. You just level up. You know what I mean? Again, like, what are the troubling parts? And so as long as you could keep progressing in your studies, I don't see students slowing up, right? progressing through algebra. Algebra is a huge thing. Algebra, trig, calculus. The thing is, like a lot of times the way we teach it is we're like, look, we're trying to like learn algebra. What is x squared plus 7x minus 19 is equal to 3? Solve it. Like nobody cares about that. Why do we care about this? We're gonna start backwards. I'm gonna tell these kids, yo, I'm sending you to Mars. We need to build batteries. That's your job. That's your mission, right? Not just batteries. We're gonna say, I'm sending you to Mars. So we're gonna do this backwards. We're gonna tell them the final destination. Final destination Mars. Draw me a utopia on Mars. I'm not saying it's gonna be utopia, but just something grand, something beautiful. You know, the youth they're hungry for something new. This is the new potentially the new frontier that they're gonna be a part of, right? So you could literally build this. This is a utopia. This is the image of a utopia. Okay, you get your own little special bubble of a delight. Okay, what would be a better thing? Draw me abundance, love, and big buildings, trees, and beautiful nature with swimming pools. I don't know. It's just something beautiful. You know what I mean? It's gonna be utopia. Something they like. Look, that's. I think this is what it is. For everybody, it's gonna be different. I can't tell you you're gonna have big buildings. You're gonna have this. You're gonna have that. I can tell you like, look, what do you foresee, right? What if you could give every single homeless person a home, right? And what if that home was Mars? You know what I mean? And it was cheap, and you got to develop, you got to build, you got to do Minecraft in real life. Draw me Minecraft. Draw me these images in Minecraft style. I think people are yearning to build. This doesn't have to be imaginary. This could be real. Very, very real. Yes, look at this. Can you imagine that? All the builders out there, all of you. This is beautiful. Imagine this. This is you with your home, your family. This is work. This isn't, just like in Minecraft. What do? You work. Nothing comes easy. So for those that want to work, we can do this. Everything you do here will help and benefit people on Earth too. That's the thing. If we develop this process of creating this, you know what? Not everybody's gonna follow through with this all the way through. But you know what? A lot of them are also gonna end up being doctors, lawyers. They're gonna do stuff for here for Earth, right? And all the technology and everything we figure out here will be used on Earth. Some people think, why would we want to just have things stowed up on some random planet that we're not gonna have? No, the truth is, everything we figure out here, everything, right? Everything we learn, everything we do to accelerate this will be used on Earth. So why not try to build this, right? And so the way we would structure this, okay? We're gonna first start off. Hello, hello, one random viewer. I see you. Don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm just on a roll right now. So the way I'm thinking that we're gonna build this, right? Because the kids are gonna get super bored, right? Of just learning straight algebra, trig. Let me just say what's up. What's up? What's up, man? Maybe you're not, man. I'll just say hi though. Let you know you're there. right? But what we're discussing right now, we're discussing a plan, a roadmap, super dream. I was watching a random YouTube video from this math wizard. He started off like dream big, and I was like, all right, what's up? What am I gonna dream? And this is where we got to. We started off just drawing on batteries. I build batteries for a living, specifically for electric vehicles. I was like, what would be another dream? Just thinking big. Let's just think big, right? And the way we're gonna think big is by going to Mars, trying to build something there, right? And we just thinking, well, what do we have on Mars? So I just started off this huge journey, just looking into the what is being made on Mars, like what's on the surface. We have magnesium, we have iron, oxygen, all that stuff. And so we started trying to like, yeah, not thanks. So we started just trying to brainstorm what's going on here, right? So we said all of this stuff is on Earth, or not Earth, Mars's crust. We could get water and CO2 from the poles, right? Um, the thinking though is, and this is also where I started. So I love teaching, I love learning, and that's what I'm trying to respark with all of this, right? Um, so how can I combine these two things? And where we ended up getting is like, all right, we're gonna try to build batteries on Mars, and kind of what I was thinking is like, yo, what if I accelerate learning? I help, make it faster so that like literally kids learn calculus by like the sixth grade, right? If we keep it like that, what's gonna end up happening is, um, we're just gonna literally build an army of engineers, right? People are gonna have different pathways. We're gonna have chemical engineers, people working on space, right? We're gonna have people who are gonna develop plants that like nurture that, right? The other thing, we're also going to have people develop robotics. Because one thing I ended up saying was like, look, we're going to create an army of engineers, right? This is just big, big thinking, right? This army of engineers, I was like, all right, we're gonna try to. Are we gonna be able to then do right away go into refinement of materials? Probably not. We need to first build a living space. Just think about what's needed for here. Yeah, different cues by the fourth grade. Now, you see, I'm not thinking big enough. You're on the right track. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's funny, dude. Yeah, I'm not thinking big enough. Let me put that down real quick. Yeah, so I'm not like, and where was that? So with this army of engineers, one thing I was thinking, the reason why it's actually great to send people is because um they're the most general. You could just think in terms of like a robot, right? The limit doesn't exist. Yeah. Yeah, no, it really doesn't. Honestly, I feel like by sixth grade I probably could have learned calculus. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm a genius or that. No, I'm low key. I was remedial reading, right? But like my ability to learn math was pretty on point. Um, one so robots, especially autonomous robots, they can. So not. I know we say autonomous. It's not artificial intelligence, right? What these robots can do is when if you make them specialized, and they could do whatever you tell them to do perfectly, but only that, right? They don't really have the ability to do crazy stuff. We don't have that yet, and that's why I ended up writing this. By the time we start sending a lot of people to Mars, we might have an army of robots that we could send, right? But if you send people, they're adaptable, right? You can have some people building, working on mines. You could have people developing the plants, setting up things. So it's general, right? Later on, we could send an army of engineers along with some robots that can help and aid in that work, right? And then potentially either we could build or also send like manual bots that can just do some hard labor. And what I'm thinking is we're gonna then probably need some type of plant to be able to make robots there. We want it to be self-sustaining. The idea is we want it that we can send a bunch of stuff, and whatever's there is just gonna kind of like it should live on its own kind of. Of course, we're gonna want to still send stuff along the ways so it can work. And the reason why I was just saying batteries is because that's the space I'm in, right? Let me see what else. So yeah, then I included some robots over here that are gonna mine. These are gonna be like the not specialized bots, right? And we could be able to make those easily. I don't know how easy it is gonna be able to make art like general robots. It might be. I don't know. I'm not in that space. The only thing in the type of work I do, I'm a manufacturing engineer, so we do use robots, but not like these kind of robots. It's just like literally robots with grippers, just move things from one place to another, and even those are pretty difficult to engineer. But I could imagine that once the software is there, and you could just like make something that you just plug in that software and it's good, then it should probably work. But there's gonna be a lot of challenges. So I could foresee just mass making some specialized robots first, that are gonna mine, that are gonna do some things like that, right? Let's see what else. And so, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And and I was like, well, what's gonna be the aim? Like some type of utopia, right? The other thing I was saying, because I mentioned batteries, it's gonna be these type of batteries. I was just like, this is just in my mind for now. Form Energy is one of the companies that they make iron air batteries. So they mentioned that they use more of an aqueous solution, which is just a fancy way of saying that it's water based, and it uses iron and air. And boom, what's on freaking Mars? A lot of literally water and iron oxide, iron air batteries. So it's not going to be too crazy hard to be able to say like, hey, we could have a bunch of batteries because you need to store energy, right? The one autonomous system that I briefly mentioned, it's gonna be plants, dude. Plants, it they make themselves. You know what I mean? They absolutely make themselves. Yeah, iron. Yeah, yeah, they make themselves, and so as it because they make themselves and they're a form of energy and they're effectively a self-replicating robot that could potentially create energy. Maybe not do work for us yet, but they could make energy. And so, really trying to bring life here is going to be important. One thing that I captured here, I just looked into it. I was like, well, what's Mars' atmosphere made out of? It's mostly made out of carbon dioxide, purely carbon dioxide, 95%. But it's such a thin atmosphere, so it's 1% of Earth's atmosphere at sea level. That means that, like, there's like no air, there's like no atmosphere. So, we're going to need to change that. I've heard crazy ideas from like Elon Musk and some other people. They've said that like, hey, we could create an atmosphere by literally dropping a freaking nuke, right? Dropping a bomb on here. If you can nuke the I don't remember the symbol for nuclear things. It's like probably symbol of three. You know what I mean? Little bomb. If if we could drop a nuke on here, right? Let's try a little bit. Boom, mushroom cloud. This will end up creating an atmosphere. And so then it will heat up itself and you can actually have some type of like plants and sustained growth. Yeah, yeah, iron. I see that. um, let me hold up. Let me make sure to. All right, we're still good. And so that's the big plan. Um, so there's still a lot of things missing. And here's what I was saying. Right, I'm like, okay, on the batteries, right? Maybe I don't need to focus on all of this. This is just a general idea. This isn't gonna be me. But if I could see where we fit in the big picture, we could do something. And that's the thing. You don't really have to figure out to do everything if you specialize in something. So like if I say, look, I'm gonna do batteries on Mars. If no one else is thinking about this seriously and I spend some good time on it, I'm gonna be the batteries on Mars guy, right? I don't know how much this is gonna be worth in the future. Maybe it's nothing at first. Maybe it's something that like my kids would benefit from if we have this company, you know what I mean? But like what I wanted to go back to is how can we then engage students? How can we then engage kids to be able to build, right? They don't care about learning algebra. Oh, that's what I was pointing at. Like if you just tell them solve this, x squared plus 7x minus 9 is equal to 3. They don't care about that, right? Like let me ask your background, CJ. What do you Zalesk? Yo, you my boy, dude? Chris Zaleski, dude? Yo, Chris, is that you? Bro, dude. I don't know if it's you, man. That's funny, man. I don't know if it's you, but if it is, dude, hey, I need you to be my water expert guy, bro. Yeah, but the question I'll probably ask is like, what gets you excited? Like this specific thing, I don't think it gets a lot of people excited. But if you tell them, yo, yeah, I know, dude. Dude, damn. Oh man, my bad. I was so into my Mars talk, bro. Yeah, that's funny, dude. Thanks for showing love, dude. Hopping on the chat. But I was just thinking, like, yo, if we get kids excited to just build, I was like, dude, Minecraft in space, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. I need you out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me. If you got Discord or something, I could throw you on the chat and just throw you on my screen, dude. We could just chat it out, bro. Help me build Mars, dude. You'll be my water guy, dude. Let me see what we could do, dude. Yeah, showing the love, bro. I see you. Dude. Yeah, if you got a Discord, bro, I'll throw you on here, dude. Make this more interactive, dude. You don't have to stay there. Unless you're working or you got something else going on. I don't know what you up to, man. Yeah, but I think if you tell people, look, I want you to make a slice of life. I want you to Minecraft a part of Mars for the next stream. All right, for sure, bro. It'll be the next one. Yeah, yeah. I'll have you, dude. I'll figure out how to add somebody. So like right now, on this stream, I literally have my face. I could like put you on here. So you see, I'm moving my head around. I'll literally throw you on here. If you want to be in it, you could just also just be a voice in the background if you want. That'd be fine. I'd like to make this more interactive, especially with like little mini videos like this. That's what I'd like to do. Especially if you have more ideas of just what to make. I don't know how to make this interactive or just engaging. Because I'd like to just get kids excited for this stuff. You know what I mean? Or not just like kids, just anybody. You know what I mean? Get people excited for Mars, dude. We got Elon's working on this, man. You know what I mean? And so why not hop on the rocket ship, bro, and go to Mars, dude. But yeah, I think if we get kids excited for this, we get them started on a slice of life. I think that's probably the way. If they could see something nice, you know what I mean? Talking to the right guy, yeah, dude. You're my guy, bro. Yeah, yeah, and I think if we think backwards, we tell kids, look, I need you, we need you, right? They're important. Like we need them. I need you, Chris. I need you. Dude, I was talking to Amrapal the other day, man. Yeah. I haven't seen him in a while though. I seen you though. That was cool, man. Um, but if we could do this, man, we could start here. I don't know what the kids would be excited about. Let's just generate some ideas for it right now. I've been using Grok, man. Let me see where's it at though? Right here. Yeah, you've been using it too. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Create Minecraft things on Mars that would get kids excited. What would they get excited about, man? What were you excited about as a kid? You know what I mean? What excited you to be like, hey, I want to be an engineer. You know what I mean? I want to work in the water sciences. You know what I mean? I want to do this because, like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of different things that could really excite people. You know what I mean? And if you make it yours, that's the thing. You got to make it yours. And I feel like we don't encourage that enough. Yeah, these kids could make some robots. They could bring life to something. That's the thing. I'll probably put this a little bit earlier, but the big prize, make it yours. And that's the thing. If everybody just tries to do a little something of their own, like, you know what I mean? I think we forget what got us excited about this stuff sometimes. We're in the trenches, bro. You wanted to be the first for Mars, dude. Let's go for the adventure. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Dude, I never talked about this with you, man. Enough. Like, I feel like I got stuck in the trenches with work and stuff. Like, we forget what we wanted to do. I don't know if you caught part of what I was trying to mention at some point. Literally was watching this video, dude. I'm tempted to just replay it, bro, just so you can listen to the first 100 seconds, bro. I'm gonna replay it for you, dude. I hope you don't mind. All right, this thing got me pumped, dude.
Wake up. Wake up. I want you to pretend for a moment that you can do anything. I want you to pretend that you have this superpower where you can accomplish any goal given enough time and effort, and you will not fail. So, given this superpower that I've just bestowed upon you, where you can accomplish any goal without failing, what would your ultimate goal be? And this can be anything, okay? So, put another way, if you could dream any dream, and you knew that through a series of steps and hard work, you could accomplish this and you would not fail. Success was guaranteed, but you got to put in the work, okay? So anything you want in this world, right? Any life you want, anything. It could be something as simple as getting a degree, or it could be huge, right? Anything, any type of lifestyle. You could live anywhere, have this much money, live in this type, anything you want in the world, right? And you knew success was guaranteed. You knew you would not fail. All you have to do is put in the work, and you won't fail. It will work. You'll get there eventually. It won't fail. So if you had that superpower, what would your dream be?
We want to start shooting in 3 weeks,
Well, that's where I
and
started,
your
bro.
life rights are the
That's
last
where I
thing we
started.
need, so...
Gotta stop you right there, Bev.
That's where I stopped, and I just literally started watching it. And I'm like, you know what? This is gonna turn into something else, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna turn into something else. I don't know. I just got freaking hyped. I was like, you know what? Let's just brainstorm, bro. I haven't gone back to the drawing board in a while, man. It started with like, you know what? Batteries, bro, and Mars. I've been thinking about this for a while. It's not like it's just I don't know. Because for me, bro, I've been kind of lost in the sauce, dude. There's just a lot of things going on. Like, I still want to explore different things of science. And at some point, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to do batteries. I just chose it, bro. It's not like batteries is my passion, bro. You know what I mean? Greater for great results. Yeah. Um, I do love it, though. I love science and I love learning and I love all the connected parts of it. And batteries have all of that. So I just figured, hey, if I study this, I'll get to do a little bit of everything. And I have. So I've really enjoyed it, you know? But like the next thing, I'm just like, yo, space, dude. The last time I thought I seriously thought about space, other than like the past couple years, was when I was little. I don't, you know what I mean? I looked up at the sky recently and I was like, yo, where'd my questions go? You know? Yeah, yeah. Where'd the questions go? Dude, you're gonna be my guy, bro. Especially if I like I mentioned these, bro. We're gonna make a water-based battery, dude. Iron. So I'm not making directly batteries right now. I'm integrating batteries, so that's still another segment. And but I'm learning a lot of different things. I did do some in for pilot cell level stuff. Not iron air. It was lithium based, so it's a little more stricter and tighter. And I'm assuming these are probably going to be more robust. We're gonna have to figure out a way how to put things together, right? But we could do it, bro. Rust into metallic iron, so iron air batteries. The principle, I mean, I know people who do flow batteries. Like I've looked into stuff, so I was doing venture capital work, and so that involved looking into a lot of different companies that do cool stuff. But like working battery backwards, bro. So like one thing you just told me, like you might not need as much motivation, but if we remind kids, bro, we're going to Mars, right? That is the mission. Then I think they'll be more tempted to try to learn. You know what I mean? We'll say, all right, how are we gonna get there? What are we gonna do? We need to build robots, dude. And so we're gonna have them build a robot that could just dig a hole, dude. You know what I mean? That might be the first thing. Hey, I need you to build a robot that could just dig a hole. right? And maybe separate rocks from like organic matter. Hey, that'd be a freaking sick project, dude. You know what I mean? And in trying to accomplish that, I think they're gonna have to learn math. They're gonna have to learn all this stuff. But it goes backwards, bro. So like, rather than try to learn the math, you give them reason. You give them purpose. With purpose comes great drive, dude, and they'll figure it out. You know what I mean? They're still gonna struggle through it, but like if if we give them that purpose and drive, and then we make all this stuff super easy, bro, dude, it's done. You know what I'm saying? Our army of engineers, we're gonna have a army of freaking baby slaves, bro. Well, let's see it, dude. Army of baby slaves. Army of baby engineers. I'm saying slaves, but probably shouldn't use that word. You know what I mean? Dude. Damn, Chris, dude. I should just throw in the chat, dude. I want to chat with you, bro. Yeah. 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 There we go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. The heck is that, bro? Right here, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Start them young, dude. And they can have fun with it, too. Some flag words, bro. Let me just throw that in there, bro. Oh, dude. Yeah, I know. It won't draw everything, man. Let me see, bro. What if I put child labor in? Child labor for Mars. Damn, bro, it's gonna get me banned, huh? No, it's gonna draw it up perfectly fine, bro. Yeah, Elon Musk has no problem, bro. Yo. Oh no, dude. No, this looks really cool. This looks really cool. This looks fun, dude. You know what I mean? So look at that. We're gonna create another space, dude, right here. People will love this, dude. Dude, these people. Oh my, they gave them freaking prison clothes, man. Oh no, dude. Those little rocks and pebbles. Ah, dude, this is gonna get flagged, man. I don't know, dude. Nah, working with some chicken nuggets right there. This is cool, man. I think if you did this for kids, bro, they would love to do this stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like, look, they got to play with some rocks, dude. Look at these little rocks. Ooh, so look, I was looking up rocks. Dude, you'd be my mineral guy too, I think, right? You know stuff about minerals. So I captured like when I looked up grok, um, I was like, all right, what minerals are here? You know what I mean? Along this list, and he gave me a list of a bunch of stuff. Hematite, so this is iron oxide. This looks gorgeous, dude. I didn't know it looked like that crystallized. Magnetite, so, you know, there's like different iron compounds. Olivines, you know, it says magnesium rich. I was like, dude, this is gorgeous. I guess when you have a pure substance, it would be like that. And nah. Oh shit, dude. That's funny, man. Ah, all right, let me see. All right, they're important rock forming minerals. Magnesium rich olivines are abundant in low. Yeah, so I mean these are just gorgeous. So I can see it why they would have some of these images, right? Like these little green rocks. I'm assuming they probably did that. Yeah, and these are stuff I was looking up too. So I don't know if there was a reason for it, right? And then what else? Sulfates. This is a family of chemicals that contain fully oxide sulfates. So what's interesting is there was actually a company that I was looking at. They were building when I was looking for work a little over a year ago, they were a lithium sulfur company, They were called it was energy something, man. What were they? Lithium sulfur company. They really liked me. Zeta Energy. Yeah, dude. They really liked me. They had 40 people working for them, or 39. I would have been the 39th or 40th person. I don't know how big they are now, but I would have been their battery testing engineer. It just took way too long to get back to me, and I was like, you know what? Like Ford got back to me first, so I was like, all right, I'm working with them, bro. You know, they weren't playing games. They went through the process super quick. That was out of a lot of the companies I was hired through. I feel bad because I told myself my full strategy of negotiations, everything, and dude, like they hit Ford. I was telling companies that even were hitting me up, like Amazon was like, all right, we're gonna interview you because I was gonna make and like this. I was actually gonna make batteries for um the satellite company for Amazon. It was a Project Kuiper. They're making low Earth orbit satellites. So this literally would have been my in the space, bro. And at the time, I was like thinking about space. I was like, is this something I want to do? And I seriously considered it. And it was cool because I was talking to them. I was like, what does it take to make batteries in space? Like, what are the things that are necessary? And I asked them like, how does it compare to making batteries for cars and stuff? They said, look, when you make batteries for cars, it's hard. There's a lot more safety stuff. Zeta's in Houston, Texas. Yeah, so I would have been Houston. Monica, she's racist towards Houston, bro. She does not want to live. Not Houston. Sorry, not Houston. Towards Texas, she does not like Texas, bro. She just doesn't want to go there. So she was kind of glad I didn't go there. Yeah, Houston, Texas. I like Texas, bro. I mess with Texas. I love Texas is awesome, bro. I love the people there, dude. They're just awesome. And it's so diverse, similar to like California. It's just different. You go to Houston, you get a different vibe. El Paso, you got some cool people there, but it's straight. El Paso's Mexico, bro. You got Brownsville, way down south, where like the SpaceX is at. You got San Antonio. It's awesome, bro. But yeah, they make lithium sulfur batteries, sulfur based ones. So sulfur is really difficult. The handles for the wind, for real, dude. I love them, bro. Everything's bigger in Texas, bro. So if you go there, you'll become bigger. You know what I mean? but um, but yeah, no, they were doing some really cool stuff, dude. That interview was freaking intense. That was the hardest one out of all of them, and that's the one I crushed the hardest. Um, because they were like, dude, we need someone that's serious about battery testing, who's gonna be our battery testing engineer. They asked me so many different questions, dude, and I killed it, bro. And they're like, so what would you do? And I'm just like, I guess I'll do exactly what I'm doing for my for my lab, bro. I was like, I'll test all your stuff in like cold temperatures, hot temperatures, different, drive cycles. I could try to develop a model for your batteries. You know what I mean? Lifetimes predictions, because that's what I was doing in my other work. And dude, they went in, bro. They went in. They're like, well, how does this differ from the stuff you were doing? I was like, well, your stuff is like lithium sulfur. I was like, I could read the papers on it. I'll learn from y'all, and you know what I mean. Then I'll do teardowns after a certain life to see what's going on. Bro, I don't know how like they wanted me. They were at the time they were going through like another funding run, and so they were like, we're just super busy. And I get it now, like when you're just doing other stuff. Because I was also doing a venture fund while I was at the University of Michigan, and like we know how much time it takes to try to raise money and going through that last final phase of the push for it. Because there's just a lot of things you have to align. And I remember asking them a question because in the process, I remember learning like, um, if you want to know how good batteries are or like if they're the real deal, you ask them like, so how many of your batteries are like in a car, right? How many of them are being used? Not just promise for you to make it for da 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 whatever. Say how many are being used, and that's the ultimate test. They didn't have any, so I would have gotten in pretty new. Like I don't know how many employees they have now. You think Grok will let me know? Let me see. Employees work at Zeta Energy, the lithium sulfur battery place company. Because I would have been like the 40th person, man. Yeah, well, it says they employ 40 employees, including this. That was a 2021. This was a little over a year ago, so that was like 2023 earlier. So I guess they just hadn't gotten many more people. Ask AI, yeah, that's smart, dude. I'm learning how to do this a lot quicker. Yeah, but yeah, so we could potentially do lithium sulfur batteries, bro. Yeah. Let me think, bro. What else? Yeah, what are you up to nowadays, bro? I know I remember the last time we chatted. Were you doing something with nuclear stuff? Let me see what else. Yeah, so I think just getting kids excited for this stuff, man. This is your Minecraft, y'all. So we just need to find some quick, simple, easy things. Maybe even for our first project, we'll just say, look, we need you to build a battery. But you see, look, batteries aren't fun in and of themselves. They're not, you know, and that's something that I ended up finding out in my time as the venture capital work. Right, I I found out where is the money. The money is not in batteries themselves. The money is what batteries can enable. So what you really have to do is say, look, if you have my batteries, you can now you can now have drones. You know, drones are freaking sick. They could transport things. You could survey things. So the drones is like the destination. Batteries are the enabler. But being able to enable these technologies is valuable, but only because of the other stuff. So you have to look at it in that point of view. You know, you could think of like say like oil, gasoline, fuels. That is not cool in and of itself. You know it's valuable. Why? Because it enables readily it enables ready fuel, which you could do stuff. You could drive your car. You could do this. So that's what's like the big driver, right? It enables these things. It could keep you warm. You could do things you couldn't do before, right? Industrial revolution. Boom. Um, it's these enablers that is what's awesome. Kids aren't going to care about oil. They can care what you do about with oil, right? They're not going to care about batteries. They care about what you could do with batteries. So drones is a big thing. That surveillance. It's going to be huge for warfare. This is very very dark, but I was like, yo, me being in the battery space, is it looking good? And I'm like, yo, EVs is not looking good in the near future. I don't think. Right, electric vehicles, specifically like just people driving. Like I think there's going to be a mix of things. It's going to be slow growth for a bit. Once it really takes, like, we figure out energy and logistics of charging, like, it's getting way better. It's getting way better. It's not to say that it's not. Like, it still has its place. It's just not. It's not going to topple gasoline vehicles anytime immediately soon. I don't think. I don't know. I should say that. I don't know. I would say I don't think actually. But batteries are still going to be very very useful, right? It's going to be very useful for a variety of reasons. One of them is going to be drone warfare. Very, very dark. Very dark. But if we go to war, drones is the new nukes. You know, you could do a lot with it. I mean, if you've been watching the whole Ukraine war has been televised, dude. You know what I mean? And there's just it's drone after drone. You see drones just take out $1 million tanks. You know, a drone that's like not even like hundreds, thousands of dollars maybe taking out tanks. Dude, if you're gonna lose money if you just make tanks and these drones are taking you out. You know what I mean? Um, so drone warfare is gonna be big, but also for transport and logistics. Amazon's probably gonna get in that game. People have been dabbling in it. There's still a lot of shaky parts, but if you can make one that has a battery that's robust, high powered, light, yeah, it's already in Ukraine and Israel. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So like batteries are going to be in. Anything that's going to remember batteries are an enabler. What could it enable? So let's maybe drop that space. right? I think that's probably useful. So I know this is Mars, but let's just think batteries. Like, what are batteries gonna enable in Mars, right? Let's stick to Mars, just so that way we can um keep it focused, right? Rovers, right? Draw me rovers. So it's gonna enable like things that could do its own thing. So rovers, robots, right? Also, you're gonna need just mass store of energies because like there's gonna be times where you're gonna have big blackouts. Like there's nasty dust storms. There's nasty, nasty, nasty dust storms, and so the sun will be blocked, so you're not gonna get energy from the sun. So that's gonna happen to your plants. It's gonna happen to everything. So you definitely need intermittent. Um, you're gonna need intermittent forms of energy, right? You're also gonna need like buggies, Mars buggies to drive around. You're gonna need people to get around. You know what I mean? You'll probably end up making like a road system. Um, I think that probably honestly, if you're gonna go to Mars, you might probably try to dig stuff underground. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. You know what I mean? You're gonna make little caves. I don't know if I told you, dude. I was part of the solar car team for the University of Michigan, dude. We made a solar car, drove it across Australia, dude. Yeah, 3,000 kilometers. I don't know which one I should draw. Oh, Mars buggy. Bang bang. Mario Karts, bro. Should I do the one with the guy throwing the west side with his eye? I like this little one. We'll do I'll do this one. Looks a little more realistic. So you see, batteries will enable these technologies, right? Also, just the robots, I guess, man. That's true. Go blue. Let's go, dude. Yeah. All these robots. They're gonna need even these suits. I didn't even think about it. The suits. So batteries are gonna enable these suits to work. You know what I mean? And so they're gonna be a big enabler. You know, it'd be sick. Imagine like just on some ritualistic stuff, like the Mandalorian. You know what I mean? Like they need their body armor. Well, like if all right, if you want to be a real Martian, you gotta build your own suit and build your own battery. You know, an honor thing. And if you're not good at making batteries, bro, you know what I mean? You just die because you don't have a suit. I don't know, man. You know, it's like you grow out of your shell, like you get a baby suit because your parents build it for you. No, dude, I didn't get to go, man. It's not that I didn't get to. I could have. It's I got a family now, bro. You know, I could have maybe tried to take them and everything like that, but there was logistically it would have been too much. Um, yeah. So the team went and they held it down, bro. Yeah, I didn't get to go. Yeah, the team held it down though. They got fourth place. Kind of sucked because they in the hot lap, which determines where you start, they had something happen and it like eliminated them or disqualified them, so they had to start at the very end. They missed me, yeah, dude. I mean, they did great, bro, without me. You know, yeah, we have a team of 100 people, so they could have only had like I don't know. They were only able to take 23 people. Yeah, they would have gone first with me. Shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Honestly, those kids, dude, they they were G's, man. They knew how to build stuff. They knew how to work a lot, man. They worked a lot. Maybe, dude, maybe. But I'm they probably a lot of them knew more than me. I mean, in that process though, what was so cool about it is like everybody, all the 100 people working on this stuff, we fed our knowledge into like the 20 that we're gonna go. You know what I mean? Like we had to teach them. All right, like we built the battery like this. This works like this. These are all the connections. Like this is the program that's used to like write the to measure the batteries. You know what I mean? The battery health. Like this is what's gonna happen. So like they had to know everything about everything. So like even though at first maybe your division was like my division was just building and testing the battery, we had other people designing it. We had other people actually like working on the construction of it, the mechanical parts of it. Like there was a lot, right? Everybody had a little bit of like their own thing. They were focused on their own thing and they did a little bit of everything. But then what ended up happening was um, we had to feed our knowledge to them. You know what I mean? So even the array guys, they had to um, they had to learn the battery from the battery, and the battery guys had to learn from the array guys. So the people who were building the array, and then also from the people working the microelectronics in case something got busted. Yeah. Let me see. But yeah, no, that was that. So I think the enablers. Um, I mean, what if we just had them build a car? That's too much, man. I don't know. What's something that's like I think you need to make steps to it, right? So like we need to make batteries to enable something. Like what would be a first cool project you could think of? I think like a buggy would be dope, but that's like I don't know, man. That's gonna require a lot of working, dude. You know what I mean with these kids. Like I think something like this individual project or maybe like a team project would be dope. Yeah. Let's see. Enablers. What else are enablers? Yeah, maybe drones, man. Just for surveillance, maybe. I'm thinking diggers, man, so we can mine. Drone army. See, what is this? Have you seen Dune 2 yet? I haven't seen it. I don't remember the first one. I just remember it was freaking awesome. I loved it. The first one. In a storm underwater. That'd be cool, man. Shut up, dude. Don't tell me my mic's off, man. Bro, dude. Don't mess with me like that, dude. Storm underwater. Second one's better. That'd be cool, man. Which one? The
Shut
second one's
up,
better
dude.
for
Don't
the
tell me my
drones?
mic's off, man.
For the drones or what? The second one's better for. You saying this one, Chris? We can hear you. Okay, for sure. My bad. I think there's like significant delay. I don't know if it's from my YouTube or from my stream thing. Oh, Dune 2, the second one's better. Dang, the second one's better than that one? Than the first? I really like the first one. I just remember that. That's all I remember. Okay. Better than the first Dune. That's cool, man. So I'm gonna end up having to do a little mini video. It'll probably just end up being a recap of what the heck I talked about. I feel like I'm still missing some stuff here. So the idea, we're gonna teach kids. We're gonna build an army of children for child labor, right? Now, but we're really gonna make an engineering track, chemical engineers. This is like the first one, the second one. Nice. Got some baby engineers in the house right here. The army of engineers, robots that are gonna come along for the ride. Children for child labor. Yeah, yeah, dude. Um, I mean, anybody living on Mars, bro. It doesn't matter how old you are, dude. If you can, you gonna need to put in that work. Nah, but we're just trying to figure out how can we get kids excited for space, man. How can we get them excited for Mars? So this started with the whole thing. I'm gonna have to write some stuff in here just because I know it, but people might not. You know, I think white's probably the better color. How do you spell botanist? There's definitely a 10-second delay. Yeah, I know. Dang. Let me see. Can I fix that latency? Let me see if there's anything I could do to fix that. It's probably just on YouTube's end, man. They're gonna shut me down if I like show a titty or something. Botnet. I don't know what that is. Oh, botanist. Botanist? How do you spell it? Like someone who's working on plants, right? How do you spell botanist? How how to build a faster internet? How to spell botanist? Botanist. Botanist. Okay. Got it, Roger Dodger. Botanist. Botanist. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. We got the real G's in the house. So we need an army of engineers. This is for general work, right? The problem solvers fix things, right? Actually, the robot's gonna be like general work, right? That we could adapt. I don't know if I could say an army of robots. I don't know how many we'd send. I think we'd have to have a blend of like engineers who could do a couple different things. I took Biz too. Oh shoot, he knows about them plants, dude. So look, the first nonfiction book I read was like The Martian, and like I wasn't crazy into reading books until after college. And dude, that book was just so dope. The guy was a botanist and a mechanical engineer. That's like just a beautiful blend. Like how, you know, I don't know. That's super cool, man. So the army of robots, and so hopefully you can have general robots you can reprogram and tell them what to do. If we have good AI stuff at that point, right? We basically want to create like living domes or habitats that living spaces, and you want to set up things that you can recharge. You'd have to clean the solar panels, and then maybe there will be specific robots for doing some type of work, helping with mining and stuff. Then eventually we're gonna end up trying to build some type of refining to be able to basically build materials. You know what I mean? And so this requires some robots, which hopefully we could then kind of create like a perpetual cycle of like, having robots add to the materials. Then these materials, you basically make more robots to mine, and then it just moves through a cycle to just kind of create more and more labor for things. Um, and then eventually, having more robots, having more materials, we can move this stuff along and create other things for transport. Um, so this is specifically batteries, right? You got that in situ resource utilization. Yeah. Hold up. We're gonna basically make some batteries in. And then things you could enable with the batteries, right? Rovers, buggies, more suits and robots, and then just drones for surveillance and stuff. Not as survey like surveying. I don't know what the correct word is. But then boom, Minecraft. Exploring the new frontier. I'm just putting Minecraft here because we want to get kids excited. Exited. We want to get them excited for space. Oh, dang, all that's being covered by my face. I want to get kids excited for space. And then that's going to be a perpetual cycle, right? That's going to lead us all the way back over here. And so we actually are going to start here, right? The whole thing is we want to make a bunch of batteries. We're going to make a business case, dude. We're going to get funding for this. How are we going to do it? We're going to start with our business of teaching kids. We're going to accelerate their learning. You're going to learn by helping us go to Mars. Like I'm serious. Like seriously, the whole course is going to be like one problem of Mars. You choose the problem, and you're going to learn math and science to get that done. I think that would be sick. And it's just a singular project, one singular project. Choose your project, right? Maybe, and you could change along the way. It's fine. You could scrap it. You're like, you know what? I don't want to build a rover anymore. I don't want to build a drone. I don't want to build a suit. Hey, I want to build a swimming pool in Mars, right? I want to build a business. You gotta drop off there. Thanks, bro. Topic for next time: ethics of terraforming. Let's go, dude. All right, thanks, Chris. Much love, bro. Appreciate you being on here, bro. How about the ethics of child labor, man? Oh, dude. All right. Let's see. Alrighty. Yeah. I think that's how we're gonna have to do it. Get them all excited for one specific thing. It's gonna have to be all right. Okay. Thanks. Get them excited, man. That's what it's gonna be. The new frontier. You got the Cowboys of the West, man. You're gonna be Mars. Toys. You're gonna be Woody and Buzz in space, right? And then it's gonna have to work like that, right? One thing. Make them make a business that they're gonna make in Mars that they're gonna make millions of dollars, and then they can send that money or whatever back to Earth and help the homeless, dude. I don't know, dude. If they work for 15 years on that, so since they're 5 till they're 20, dude, how can you tell me they're not gonna be successful? Even if they don't go through this, how are they not gonna be successful? How are you not going to be? I think maybe we start with the business case. Yo, you wanna make a business of horses on Mars. If you start now, in 20 years it could be successful. What's it gonna take? All right, I have to help construct the infrastructure for this stuff, right? I want to make a dance studio for Martians. All right, let's go, dude. What's gonna be unique about it, right? Dancing in the dust. Woo! Wouldn't that be something? You know what I mean? That'd be sick. I like that. Okay, dancing in the dust. There's new ideas. Get excited, cause like, and we're gonna say a business. We want to normalize business. We want to normalize people getting excited for making money, making a contribution, providing a service. I think that would be very, very great. I don't think people benefit from shine from that. I think they benefit from thriving in that. They have robots, dude. Let's see, which one's better? That one kind of look creepy. Look at the eyes. Oh, these are kind of weird. A robot winking. All right. Dancing in the dust. Yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe you like dancing. All right. Riding horses on Mars. Maybe just like blowing things up. You're gonna be the demolition guy for it. Hey, yo, primo. You wanna hop on the Discord and you could hop on. You could be on the stream or not. Let me know. I'll do it. It's horses on Mars, dude. Maybe you're the fireworks guy on Mars, right? And the whole thing is, you don't have to go to Mars. You could plan this stuff, have it, have robots do it up there, right? You could create a mining business in space that's gonna bring stuff home. It doesn't have to necessarily be on Mars, or you're just gonna figure out logistics of how to get stuff there, right? Maybe transport stuff back. I don't know. Maybe it's just a business where you just bring rocks back. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different things way this could go. You know what I mean? No, no, no. Go back. A lot of ways this thing could go. Business on Mars. Oh, all right. Let's look at this real quick. Business on Mars. So, creating a business involves envisioning a range of potential opportunities that could leverage the unique conditions of the planet. Okay, resource extracting and processing, mining. Yeah, yeah. This is a big part. So Mars has minerals like iron, silicone, magnesium, aluminum, and potentially water ice. Businesses can focus on extracting these resources for local use or export to Earth or other space stations. Ooh. So opportunities. Mining for construction materials, such as creating Martian soil, enhancers for agriculture, for extracting water on life support systems. These are really good ideas. So literally, like, choose a business. Gets kids excited. Choose a business. And trying to figure all that stuff out, it'll be great. Because then you'll actually create a plan to do it, to get it done, right? You'll find the cost of doing it. This will teach economics as well. Um, just how to plan things. You know what I mean? You start big and you can just change it up as you go along, right? Okay, atmospheric resource utilization using CO2 from Mars for producing oxygen, methane fuel, or other chemicals. So, like, you could be the methane guy, right? The methane person. Businesses can develop technologies for in situ resource utilization for life support, fuel production. Awesome. Let's just zoom in on this stuff. Okay, construction infrastructure, habitat building. Yep, these are things we're mentioning. Using Martian regolith and materials imported from Earth. Cool. Opportunities 3D printing of structures. That'd be really cool. That's something I was thinking. So, like some type of 3D printing structure based thing. Energy infrastructure, establishing solar panels, wind farms, or nuclear power. Plants suited for marsh conditions. That'd be cool. Opportunities providing energy solutions to power habitats, vehicles, and industrial processes. Agriculture, food production, vertical farming, and hydroponics, growing food in controlled environments using Martian resources or imported nutrients. Let's go. Okay. New strains of plants suited for Martian conditions. Los nopales. You have nopale business, dude. That'd be sick. Some elote, some cheese, space meat, dude. Grow some cows out there. That'd be cool. Think about it. Like, imagine you were like, "Hey, I'm the meat guy up here," and the cows just they're different. They're built different. They're free ranged. You know what I mean? And you just put no predators, so these cows can grow on pasture and like, you know what I mean? Tourism and entertainment space. See, look, if you like entertaining, dude, that'd be great. Creating unique spatial Mars experiences. Yeah, let's go, dude. This is cool. Entertainment similar to Earth. Entertainment like music. All right. Let's see what else. Creating Mars themed entertainment, leveraging the novelty of location for global audiences. Health care for residents and tourists dealing unique. Okay, health. Education and science, dude. Unique opportunities for geological, atmospheric, and biological research. That'd be pretty cool. Logistics and transport. Yeah, just moving things within Mars itself too. There's so much, yeah, and all the things we're kind of mentioning, data management and computing. That's going to be huge. It says it might be ideal for data centers on Mars. There'd be a huge latency, so it'd literally be for like long term storage. Anything real time wouldn't be great. High initial cost. The cost of setting up infrastructure on Mars is immense, requiring substantial investment. Okay. Yeah. See, look, these are challenges. High initial costs. Yep. It's gonna be difficult, right? Very very difficult. But if you start planning now, we can figure something out, right? Because it's gonna be 20, 30 years from now. The people that I'm talking to, anybody can honestly, because we don't know when this stuff's gonna take off. But like, I don't know what Elon Musk said. He said like 2028, didn't he? Oh, we'll look it up right now. See what he said. 30, 32. By that time they're gonna have some form of an infrastructure there. They're gonna need more help. Says much of the technology needed for this business doesn't exist yet and needs significant adaptation. That's where you come in. These are huge gaps. If you spend 5 years, 10 years working on this, you'll be ready. Nobody else will have the insight you do for this. Human factors dealing with isolation, radiation, low gravity, and psychological effects of humans. That's huge. Legal and ethical considerations. Yeah. Even Chris was mentioning the ethics of terraforming. We're gonna have to look into that. Trying to get my cousin on the call, see if he wants to join, talk about space. Ensuring business operations do not harm the Martian environment or future settlements. Yeah, sustainability. Well, that's why it's best to build and kind of, I don't want to say wreck it, but you'd want to wreck it before things are there. You know what I mean? Because you really can't mess with things once it's established. Yeah, the initial dependency on Earth for supplies. That's gonna be the hard part. Okay. When does Elon plan on sending people to Mars? What's the plan? Let's figure it out. Elon Musk and SpaceX have provided various timelines for sending humans to Mars over the years, with these targets being optimistic and subject to changes. 2026 in recent posts for unmanned Starship missions to Mars by 2026, suggesting that humans' missions might follow shortly after, potentially within a couple years if the uncrewed missions are successful. Historically, he mentioned 2029, potentially for the first crewed mission to Mars. This was noted. He hinted on that long term vision. He expressed a grander vision, establishing a self sustaining city on Mars by 2050. This involves not just sending people, but creating a permanent human presence with necessary infrastructure for long term habitation. These timelines are quite speculative. Yeah, 2050. So look, my daughter, she's 2.5 now, right? By 2050, she's gonna be 20, what, 28? She's gonna be 28. That's prime. She wanted to go to Mars and make this happen. It's her. It's me, her, and her little friends, right? I'm not saying she has to or wants to, or I'm gonna force her. Get out of here, go to Mars. But the sooner you get started, the better. It's gonna set you up. It's gonna set up humanity better, right? There's also a lot of things we need right too. You need spiritual part. You need to really have a deeper purpose, right? One thing Elon keeps mentioning is just ensuring human life remains pushing. We need to be multiplanetary, right? And I know people saying, "Oh, we need to fix stuff here. We need to do this." Look, we also need people to get excited for this. If there's a push, if there's a drive for this, it's gonna help everybody. That's just the way it works. People poo-poo on capitalism and people improving conditions. We've we've uplifted the most amount of people out of poverty time after time, every single decade. You know what I mean? We have to continue helping people, but that doesn't mean that we we have to do that at the expense of not pushing the boundaries. I think it's irresponsible, and the data shows that when we advance technology forward, when we push the frontier forward, everybody improves. Everybody's lives gets better, you know? And of course, we need to maintain a good heart with everything we do. Otherwise, it's going to be for naught, right? If we kill it ourselves via nukes, then yeah, this isn't even in the picture. We're going to be set back. I don't know how much, right? So that we have a once in a lifetime opportunity to do something great. There has to be a big push for it soon. I pray we do not these wars get de-escalated. I pray. I do. I really do. But there's a lot of hope. A lot of hope. A lot of hope. All right. Recapping it all, okay? So hold up. We're gonna start. Let me see. What do I got? Okay. I think I got it. So I'm gonna record the final little bit. Okay. Let's see what we got. Going to Mars. I don't know. Is that the face we're gonna make? Going to Mars. I don't know. Is that the face we're gonna make? Okay. You ready? I'm ready. Thank you for joining. So we spent the past so hour and a half building up a plan to go to Mars. Okay? This is the big brainstorm plan. We're gonna we're gonna combine two things that I'm most familiar with. I know batteries. We know we're gonna take people to Mars, and the way, and I also know about learning and teaching. Right? Teaching STEM, which is science, math, engineering, and technology. The big master plan. So just put into context. I said batteries in Mars. We're gonna basically try to build some type of business for making batteries on Mars. We know Mars is made up of all of this stuff. I looked it up. There's a bunch of really neat materials, and we're gonna have to be creative with it. Okay. One of the first master plan pieces is to create an accelerated learning. Basically, teach people to learn and get calculus down by like the sixth grade. Okay. And I'll show you how we're gonna do it. But basically, we're gonna have a lot of people trained in the STEM fields, science, engineering, tech, to get them excited. All right, I have some images right here of people training to get ready to go to Mars. In them training to get ready to go to Mars, they'll be able to do great things. We're gonna need a lot of chemical engineers to be able to put together some processes so we can refine materials there. We're gonna need botanists because plants are the ultimate self-sustaining, creating mechanism for energy, for food, for sustenance, and also to change the atmosphere. They're going to be absolutely vital. Robotics and AI. We're going to need to create a lot of labor that's going to help us. And so this is going to be done by the army of engineers that we created. They're going to be adaptable to solve our problems. Also, these robots. If we could take with us a few uh, somewhat intelligent robots to help us with different kinds of works, that'd be great. And so one of the first things that's going to have to happen, you're going to have to set up some type of living dome, some habitats to be able to sustain the people and be able to protect them from the harsh conditions. With the general type of labor and stuff we have, we're going to have to try to build factories to refine materials to allow us to build robots of different sorts and potentially mine more, create more robots to have labor, to basically create a self-sustaining process that can provide us with a lot more materials. If we want to expand that, we're also going to have to know how to make batteries on in space. right? So what we were thinking, so there's a company called Form Energy. Not necessarily that we have to use their technology, but something similar. So they basically make iron air batteries.
Yo.
One thing that's going to be important for this structure of this is we're going to need to utilize all the materials that Mars has to offer. That's going to be the magnesium, iron, and oxygen in their atmosphere. The iron is very, very critical, right? And that's where all the battery materials are going to come from. So once we have those batteries, it's going to enable more technologies that utilize the battery technology. So we're going to have rovers, buggies, more suits for the growing population and for robots and also for drones. And so the plan is the main goal create some type of utopia. And all of this this isn't necessarily just going to be for Mars. This is going to be for Earth, right? We're going to create technologies that are going to be used back down on Earth and also just for adventure. Think Minecraft, right? Nobody cares about learning algebra for the sake of algebra. Kids aren't going to get excited for that. So it goes back to that. The way we're going to start all this, we're going to get them excited to build. This is the wild, wild west, the new frontier. We need your help. And we're going to do that by getting them to solve a problem way in the future, 20 years ahead. You know, if you want to maybe create a service or a business on Mars. People poo poo on the idea of a service or business, but you're helping people and they're helping you. Okay? And so maybe you want to learn to dance on Mars. You're gonna create a dance problem. So this is the curriculum for the kids. We're gonna start from this point. Create a business on Mars. You're gonna create or a service. Dance on Mars. Riding horses on Mars. Doing whatever. But this is a starting point. It doesn't mean you have to go to Mars. You could do this on Earth and implement it here. But if we start with this in mind, you're gonna need to problem solve, and you're gonna have to work all the way backwards and so that's gonna get these kids excited. They want to build swimming pools on Mars. They want to do some crazy things. They want to build a future that they could see, hold, and grasp. Why does it have to get relegated to a virtual machine when they could do it in the real world? In thinking how to do all of this, they're gonna need to work backwards. What are you gonna need to build a pool in Mars? What's necessary? What's going to be needed for you to build a car, right? To build some batteries, robots. We're going to start there, going backwards. You're going to have to really find out, okay, what's needed. And then you're going to realize, look, I need math. I need this stuff, right? But what you keep in mind is this. When you have a purpose, you will do whatever is necessary. All of this stuff is just the process for it. And so it all leads back. This big old error. It all leads back to this, to learning. We're gonna change and flip this. The aim is Mars. The aim is adventure. This stuff will come along once we have this aim in mind. All right. Imagine if we could get robots to dance with joy, and then imagine if all of that can be used to help people here on Earth. You may solve global hunger by the things you do on Mars. If you want to be a Mars farmer, if you can grow things in the desert of Mars, we could then grow it in the desert of Earth. You can change a lot of lives. All right? So let's go to Mars. Thanks, Primo. You hear me? I'm still streaming, but I was recording at that point. Where you at, dude? Primo, where you at, Isaiah?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, dude? Thanks for joining.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, dude. There's gonna be a random yo in that video, but it's all good.
From who?
From you,
Oh.
dude. Because I was recording. That's funny, dude. Thanks all for joining.
Actually,
I don't know who's joined. What was that?
Wait, you still streaming?
I'm just streaming. Yeah, I might cut it right now. You have anything else you want to share? What do you think?
Deadass, I was doing something else. I just had it on the
Okay.
background.
All right. Well, let me cut the stream. Thank you all for joining. Catch us on the next one. Help me build the roadmap to Mars. All right. Peace.